Hello again, everyone, and this is IELTS vocabulary word series, set 6 words. There are 25 words in this video again. These are most commonly words in the IELTS reading and listening test. Let's get started with the first one without further ado, without further delay. Roughly. Roughly means approximately. So these are some synonymous words for roughly. About, some, nearly, virtually, or almost. If you use some before a noun, it means approximately. There has been an increase of roughly 2.25 million. Roughly 2.25 million. Roughly means about. So here, instead of roughly, you can also use some. If you use some before a number, it means about. The same as about. About, roughly, some. Okay. Roughly speaking, if you say roughly speaking, it's not an exact number. You are saying the number approximately. Roughly speaking, it's 2.25 million. So it can be a little bit more than that. It can be a little bit less than that, but you are speaking roughly. Okay, the next one, we have roughly similar taste in music. So we like similar things, almost the same, but not exactly the same. For example, I like pop music and you like pop music too. But I like K-pop, like Korean pop music, but maybe you like Chinese pop music. So, but almost the same. The idea is the same, almost the same, not exactly. The next one, sort out. Sort out means to separate one type of things from a group of things. So you remember separate. So sort out is a synonymous word for separate. When it is a verb, we say separate, separate. When it is a noun, we say separate. Sorry, when it is an adjective, we say separate, 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 separate. It means categorize or again, separate as a verb. Sort out, like separate, categorize any clothes you want to throw away and give them to me. So here, throw away means discard. This word is also very commonly used. If you throw away something, you get rid of it. You don't want it any longer. You want to discard it. So here we are talking about clothes, clothes. So throw away means discard or get rid of. And the pronunciation of this word is close, close. It's like close the door, close. We don't pronounce TH sound here, close. Okay, some people pronounce, but it's not common. Okay, the next one, folder. Folder is a term that we use in IT while talking about computers. A place on a computer where files or programs can be stored. Download the document and then copy it into a folder on your computer. There are a lot of folders on my desktop. I need to organize. I need to sort out, categorize, or separate my folders into like more clear, maybe titles or names. So the next one, make improvements. If you make something better, you make improvements. We say make improvements to something. So it simply means to improve something or to increase the quality of something, the quality of something. For example, I'm planning to hire a professional. A professional means someone who is doing something like professionally. A professional is a noun here. I am planning to hire a professional like an expert or specialist. I am planning to hire a professional or an expert or specialist to make improvements to old photos and bring them back to life. So if you hire a professional, so if you work with a professional, so that professional makes improvements to old photos and bring them back to life, it means to improve them, improve the quality. So you want from that professional to improve the quality of your old photos. Bring them back to life is a kind of expression, kind of idiom. It means to make something look more vibrant, clear, visually appealing, as if they were revitalized or renewed. So here, vibrant is like more colorful in this context. So we can say vibrant is like more colorful. But vibrant may have different meanings. But in this context, vibrant is like more colorful or clear or sharp in terms of the picture quality. So the next one, bring something, again, bring something back to life. Okay. Number 5, standard service. Standard service. The basic or regular service. The basic or regular level of assistance or help provided without any additional features or customization. Features are like characteristics, or we can say traits. When we talk about technology, we say specs. This is the short form. Or customization. Customization is like adjustment. Instead of standard service, you can say basic service or regular service. It doesn't include extras. It only provides the basics. Touch up something. This phrasal verb is really, really, really important. It is very commonly used in IELTS listening, especially in IELTS listening. It is also used in IELTS reading, but mostly used in IELTS listening. So please make sure you know the meaning of this expression. To improve something by making small changes or additions. It's like similar to make improvements, touch up something. We thought the photo had probably been touched up because he looked so much younger in it. If you touch up something, you improve it. Maybe the original version is not like that. The original copy is not like that, but you improve it. So when you, for example, have a photo taken for a passport or visa application, you should ask the photographer not to touch up the photo, because for official applications like a visa or passport, your photos should be in the original way. It should look like you. No improvements should be made. No touch-up is required. No touch-up should be applied. So guys, touch-up. Touch-up means to change something, to improve something. So that's why please make sure you know this word. In everyday life, it is very, very commonly used as well. And remember, IELTS general training checks your everyday English mostly. Contrast has different meanings, but we will focus on the meaning in photography. In photography, contrast means the strong differences between light and darkness. Look at this example. I love his use of contrast in his later photographs. It's like black and white, dark and light. It's a contrast, different colors, like light and dark colors. The contrast of light and dark colors. So we say the contrast of light and dark colors. If you are talking about the contrast of light and dark colors, you mean you are talking about the difference, the sharp difference between light and dark colors. Quite means completely, quite. So pay attention to the spelling, T first, E later, quite. Quite means highly, very, or really. Highly, very, or really. But please don't confuse it with the word quiet. Quiet is different. The pronunciation is also different, and the spelling is also different. Quiet is an adjective, not an adverb. Quiet is an adjective. It means silent or peaceful. So here, please be careful about this word and the spelling. The spelling is, let me change the color here. Let me use black color. Okay, so here, E first, T later. And the pronunciation is quiet. Quiet. This means silent and peaceful. These are different words. So please make sure you do not confuse them. Okay, but this is quite. Quite. Quite is an adverb. It means completely, highly, very, or really. Okay, let's check the examples. The two situations are quite different. So here, quite means very, very different, really different. I enjoyed her new book, though it's not quite as good as her last one. It's not as much successful as the last one. Tuition fees for colleges and universities. Tuition fee means education fees. For international students are quite expensive, are very expensive. And then we said, in fact, they cost an arm and a leg. Cost an arm and a leg is an idiom. So please make sure you know this idiom. This may help you with your IELTS speaking. In IELTS speaking section, you should use some idioms, some idiomatic language. It will definitely help you to achieve a higher score. So most parents cannot afford to send their children to Canada for higher education. So here, we said, when we say cost an arm and a leg, this idiom means to be extremely expensive, to be like unreasonably expensive, to be very expensive, extremely unreasonably expensive, very expensive. Yeah. Fragile. So this word is also important. It's an adjective. It means a fragile object is easily damaged or broken. Is easily damaged or broken. So here, I would like to attract your attention to the pronunciation of this word. Again, in British English and American English, it is different. This is British English. In the IELTS, you will hear, of course, most of the time, 99% of the time, you will hear the British pronunciation. Let's check the British pronunciation. Okay, I will play it right now.
Fragile, fragile.
And now I will play the American pronunciation.
Fragile.
Here in Canada, we use this one.
Fragile.
Fragile, fragile, fragile.
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 Okay, and then we also use the word brittle. Brittle, or we can say breakable. All these words are synonymous words. So please make sure you know all these words because they are very commonly used in the IELTS test, especially in IELTS general reading. Be careful with that vase. It's very fragile. So it can be easily broken. So you need to carry it carefully. So what is the meaning of a vase? A container for holding flowers or for decoration. Look at this picture. So here you see some pictures of glass vases. Glass vases. Damage. Damage means to harm or spoil something. So a synonymous word for damage can be harm, to harm something. Let's look at the examples. Many buildings were badly damaged during the war. Badly damaged. Badly here means like seriously damaged. Seriously damaged. Badly damaged. Okay. So news reports damaged the senator's reputation. Senator is like a politician. It's like reputation means fame, popularity, fame or popularity. These words are also important. We also say do make something by hand, do or make something by hand. If you do something using your hands, or if you make something using your hands, not a machine, then you can say make something by hand. All of our rugs are made by hand in Pakistan. So here rugs means a piece of thick, heavy cloth, smaller than a carpet, used for covering the floor or for decoration. This is a picture of a handmade rug. Rug is like a carpet, but smaller than a carpet. Okay. Realize. Realize means to understand the situation. Sometimes suddenly, it's like to become aware of something. I realize how difficult it's going to be, but we must try. So I know that, I am aware of that. Or you can say, I realize how important these photos are to you. So I know these photos are important, very important for you. Or I can say, Sunny, I realize passing the IELTS exam is very important to you. I realize that having a good score in the IELTS test is critical for you, is essential for you. I do understand your situation. So here, realize means I am aware of that. I understand your situation. Don't worry. I will help you. So, number 13, precious. Precious. Precious means of great value because of being rare, expensive, or important. So instead of precious, you can use priceless or invaluable. Please be careful. Normally, list makes it negative or in makes it negative, but in this word, priceless or invaluable, it means very, very valuable, very precious. So please be careful. They have a very positive meaning. So the opposite can be worthless or valueless. You can ask, maybe unvaluable. Please be careful about this word. This is not common in standard English. So please don't use it. So please do not use it in your IELTS or academic essays. Please be careful, because this is not standard English, and you never receive feedback on your mistakes in the IELTS test or other international tests of English. So please don't take any risks. If you are not sure, please don't use it. So in this case, unvaluable is an English word, but if you look up Dictionary Cambridge, they don't include this word because they think this word doesn't exist in English. But in other dictionaries, we can find this word. I'm not sure of Oxford Online Dictionary. Maybe you cannot find it. You cannot find it in Oxford Online Dictionary as well. But this word is not common. So please don't use it. Okay, so please do not use this word. Okay, not common in standard English. Standard means like the most common usage. Make changes to something. Okay, make changes to something means to modify or alter. You remember the meaning of alter? Alter means to change something. Alter that thing in some way. Typically, the pronunciation is like typically, usually, normally, typically, usually, normally, typically, to improve or adjust it according to specific needs or preferences. Adjust is like the same as alter, to change, to modify. Shana decided to make changes to her website's design to make it more user-friendly. If it is more user-friendly for users, it is easy, very convenient, very practical to use, to check. So make changes to. Make changes to something is like similar to, again, alter, modify, shift, or simply change. These words can be synonymous words. To make changes to something, make changes to something. Okay, or we can say adjust. Okay. There is another word actually very commonly used, like tailor. If you tailor something for someone or for a specific person, you also like make some changes to it. Maybe the word adopt. There are a lot of words that may mean like to change or to alter. Adopt with A, please be careful. If you spell it with O, it is different. If you say adopt, this is a different word. Adopt means to start to use something or utilize or make the most of something or benefit from something. So these are some synonymous words for the word adopt. Adopt is different from adopt. So here I said adopt. Adopt is like change, but adopt is like utilize, to start to use something. Two different words. So please be careful. So they are not the same words. Okay, so let me change the color. Perfect. Number 15. Remove. Remove means to take something or someone away from somewhere or off something. Please remove your books from the desk. I don't want you to leave or to put your books on the desk. Please remove them. I need some room. I need some space on the desk, on the table. Object. Object means a thing that you can see or touch, but that is not usually a living animal, plant, or person. Distant objects look blurry to me. So here, distant means, do you remember the meaning of distant? Distant is an adjective. It means remote or far or far away. So these are some synonymous words for distant. Okay. So, and then we said Blurry. Blurry is an adjective. It says look blurry. What it means? It means difficult to see clearly, making it difficult for someone to see things clearly. It is another word for blurred or fuzzy. Blurred or fuzzy. Or we can also say out of focus. If something is out of focus, it's also like not clear, fuzzy, blurred, not clear. Not clear. Look at these pictures. These two pictures, as you see, the images are not clear. They are blurred. They are fuzzy. You cannot see them clearly. Alter. We put alter before. Alter means to change the appearance, character, or structure of something, or to be changed in this way. Like change, modify, shift. These are all make changes to something. These are all synonymous words. Alter. It was back in 2002 or 2002. 2002. Or we can say 20. Instead of 0, we say 20 or 2002. 2002 or 2002. It was back in 2002 or 2002 that the shape of the business began to alter. The structure of the business began to change. Just last week, the company agreed, the company accepted, the company approved of something, like agreed to alter some of its business practices, how they operate the businesses, their business structure. So they agreed to change. They wanted to change. So alter means to change something. Background. Background is like about the things that can be seen behind the main things or people in a picture. The artist himself didn't paint the backgrounds to his pictures. They were done by his pupils. Do you remember the meaning of pupils from one of our first videos? It was one of the target words. Pupils means, yes, good job, students or learners. Pupils means students, especially young students, young learners. So if you use it in your writing, so mostly use it like to refer to young learners, like children, to mean learners. David has photographed her against lots of different backgrounds. So David is a photographer and he used different backgrounds, different settings while taking her photographs. Look through. Look through means to check something quickly or to read something quickly. We also say flip through something. Flip through something or to look through something. Look at this GIF here. This old man is looking through the book, the pages of the book very quickly, you see, not spending much time on one page. And look at this one. Again, this man here is found like a kind of piece of paper, just like among the pages of a book. And now he's flipping through, he's looking through this paper. Maybe it's a letter, maybe it's some notes, and he's trying to make sense of it. He's trying to make sense of this letter. So yeah, trying to decide if it's something important or not. Okay, this is called look through or flip through, to check something quickly. I have looked through some catalogs. What is catalog? Catalog means a book that contains a list of all the products that you can buy from a company, including descriptions and prices for each product, including descriptions and prices, explanations and prices. So here you see a catalog of shoes from a shoe company. And look at this one, this says product catalog. So you can see different products in this catalog. Fix, number 20. Fix means to repair something. Like synonymous words are repair, mend, or do up. They couldn't fix my old computer, so I bought a new one. They couldn't repair my old computer, so I bought a new one. Bought is the past form of buy. Buy, bought, bought. Buy, bought, bought. 21. Properly. Properly means correctly, in a satisfactory way. Appropriately or suitably. Appropriately or suitably. Properly. I'm not properly dressed for this kind of weather. So let's say the weather is very cold, but I'm wearing a t-shirt. It's not properly dressed, right? I'm not properly dressed. Or the other way around. The weather is very hot, and I'm wearing a winter coat or jacket. So I'm not, again, properly dressed. I think you should take it somewhere to have it repaired properly. So to have something repaired properly, like in a satisfactory way, in a way that you may like, I mean, absolutely working after the repair. Have something that means to pay someone to do something for you, because it said have it repaired, have something done. If you say have something done, you mean you pay for it and you ask for a service. 22, be in focus and be out of focus. In focus in photography refers to a clear and sharp image where the subject is sharp and well-defined. But out of focus refers to an image where the subject is blurry or not sharply defined, usually due to improper focusing, inappropriate focusing, wrong focusing. Look at these two photos, an in focus photo and out of focus photo. So these are two different photos, in focus and out of focus. If it is in focus, it is clear. You can see everything, all the images clearly. But if it is an out focus photo, it is not clear, it is blurry, it's not clear. So the photo was in focus, showing all the details of the subject's face. Look at this one. Unfortunately, the group photo turned out to be out of focus. Turned out to be means like you surprisingly, to your surprise, you found that it was out of focus. So making it difficult to recognize the people, to notice the people, because you cannot see the people clearly, out of focus. You can say an in-focus photo and an out-of-focus photo. An in-focus photo is clear, an out-of-focus photo is not clear, blurry. He said it here, blurry, not clear, not sharp. Okay. Number 23, it's the verb aim, to plan for a specific purpose and or intent. For example, the measures aimed at preserving family life. Preserving means is protecting. If you preserve something, you protect it or you conserve it. Conserve it. Measure means precaution. Something you do to prevent an accident or something unwanted. For example, so during the pandemic, right? During the course of the pandemic, during the period of the pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic, we were asked to wear a mask in public spaces, in public places. Why we wore a mask? Because it was a measure not to catch the COVID-19 or not to spread the COVID-19. So, or to stop, to prevent the spread of the COVID-19, or to further spread, to further prevent. Or most of us were vaccinated against the COVID-19. Why were we vaccinated? So again, it was a measure, another measure to protect people against the pandemic, the COVID-19, the virus. This book aims at attracting the serious reader. So if something aims at someone, it is specifically designed for that person or those people. So here, after aim, we usually use aim at something. Or yeah, as you see here, attracting the serious reader. Number 24, I hope this one is clear, aim. Aim is like target. Aim can also be a noun, or the same way. Target can also be a noun. So noun forms and verb forms are the same. When you say, for example, my aim is like my goal, my target. So these are, in these examples, these are like nouns. My aim, my goal, my target is to pass the IELTS test in IELTS in 3 months. Okay, here, aim or target or goal, these are synonymous words. Again, in this case, these are nouns. So both the noun and verb forms are the same. Number 24, we are almost done. Pack something up. To pack something up means to collect all your things together when you have finished doing something. I'm about to pack up my things and go home. So like when you pack up your things, you prepare your luggage. You take all your possessions, all your belongings with you. You put them into a suitcase or bag or backpack, because you are getting ready to leave a place. So look at this picture, this GIF here. This man is packing up his luggage. Or look at this boy, he's packing up his possessions, his belongings. Yeah, I use these two words. These are also important, possessions or belongings. It means your personal objects or materials. Yeah, something you own, something you have. Okay, these two images, these two GIFs are showing picking something up. Pack up. It's like prepare to get ready to leave a place. Post, and the last one, last but not least, post something off to someone. Again, off is with double F. Be careful. Post something off to someone. To send or mail an item to someone using a postal or mail service. And before, in the previous video, we checked send something off to someone. It is the same as send something to someone. Here, post is a verb. Post means to send, to mail. Or we can simply say post or mail. If you are a company and if you are sending something, like if you are a big company overseas or to another city or within the same city to another place, you can also use the word. Do you remember it? The last extra word from the previous video. It starts with S. Do you remember that word? Okay, ship. Good job. Ship. Ship also means to send something. I need to post this birthday card off to my cousin who lives in another country. Here, after post, I use something, this birthday card, and then I go on with the preposition of. Post something off, and then I go on with to someone. So here, I'm sending it to someone. What I am sending here, I need to post this, I need to mail, I need to send, I need to post this birthday card off to my cousin who lives in another country. That's all. These are the vocabulary words for set 6. So I hope you have found them helpful. So please, again, remember to watch this video several times, make some notes, read your notes several times during the day. I mean, early in the morning, during your lunch break, before you go to bed, before you sleep. Just try to read them. Familiarize yourself with the meaning of these words. You don't need to use them in your own writing. You don't need to use them in your own speaking. Here again, I kindly remind you, my goal is like to improve, to boost to enhance your vocabulary for the reading and listening sections. So my priority now is the reading and listening sections. So please, while studying these words, remember it. But of course, you may use some of these words in your writing or speaking too. But while studying these words, don't try to memorize. Try to learn what they mean. Look up a dictionary if the meaning is not clear. See some pictures or further images or videos, more examples until you feel comfortable with the meaning of the word or these words. And also try to learn some synonymous words. In this video or in my videos, I try to provide you with a lot of synonymous words. That's the end of the first week vocabulary word series. Again, remember all these words are taken from the IELTS practice test. So these are very commonly used in the IELTS, especially IELTS reading and listening test. So in both modules, like academic or general, but some of words here are like in these videos are mostly targeting general. But again, I include listening and reading vocabulary words together. That's why actually it targets both of them, academic module and general module, because listening section is the same in both modules, like academic or general. So again, thanks for watching this video. I will see you in the next video series for the next week. Stay tuned. Keep studying hard. Practice makes perfect. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much.